Hi, are you in personal development? Have you read books and listened to tapes, maybe gone to seminars, plug into YouTube quite a lot, listen to very uplifting and inspirational stuff? Then I commend you, because you are the minority out of the majority. And as you know, to step out into that space, to understand that you're wanting more, you're following something inside that's taking you. And I stepped out of there, and my first taste of it was when I was in multi-level marketing 40 years ago, incredibly, 40 years ago. And I began to study the magic of thinking big, see you at the top, the power of the subconscious mind. But the teachings back then were very much sort of, don't listen to the inner feelings and suppress them and just think positive all the time. When a negative thought comes in, don't embrace it, don't ask why, just get rid of it and think positive. In other words, keep trying to push positive on top of the negative. And hey, I'm not knocking that, that worked, and that worked for me and took me down a path for a certain period of time. But the same thing kept happening. It was cyclical. Whatever went on in my life seemed to come back and smack me on the nose. In fact, it was quite frustrating. And although my success, what I deemed at that time, that label I put on success, and whatever you put a label on success, is very different to mine, and different to Tom's up the road and Fred's round the corner or Vera's down the hill. All our definition of success is so different. So my definition of success at that time was to succeed in my career, to create income, to create money. In fact, I was obsessed and focused by it. And at that time I didn't have a proper why. Why was I doing it? And the reason I was doing it, why, was for my own selfish needs, was to give me a better life. And I didn't actually serve others as I've learned to do now. And that's where I'm coming to with this, is I ended up, as those cycles moved and a catastrophe happened or a crisis, and then I moved into the next level. The last one was fairly huge, and it took me down this path of the bridge between personal development and spiritual development. And sometimes people, when they hear the term spiritual development, they back off. The mind starts pulling in, because like I used to very much, if I heard the word God or the term God, I used to get this feeling inside and think, ooh, don't want anything to do with that. Because that was my belief, the perception I'd got around that word. And it's the same with spirituality. What is spirituality? Some people's perception is very different to mine. Again, yours, Tom's, whoever's perception is very different. But for me, spirituality was the deeper understanding of what we are inside, a deeper understanding of why we're here and where we're going. And I started to get deeper and deeper into this, and then I came across a lady that showed me how to heal. And there's a lot of healing goes on in a lot of people's lives, and the amazing thing was, we had a 2-hour session, and I allowed and became very coachable, and she got straight into me and energetically, and found that healing that needed to happen at that particular time. And it was absolutely fucking incredible. It was awesome. Absolutely amazing how I learnt that energy, all of a sudden, how it's trapped and creates such dis-ease. And I'd lived with that particular trapped energy, that part of my life, for something like 55 years. And it had been controlling me. It had been making me angry. It had been making me impatient and intolerant and ranting in an angry way, a complete ranting and angry way. And hey, I'm human. I still get angry, and I still sometimes go off on a bit of a rant, and my family are very much around me and remind me what I'm doing, and I then check myself, and it's amazing. I don't actually know I'm doing it. It sounds normal to me, but the wording is, hey, you're coming across very aggressive and very angry. And my work now is I'm able to catch that and ask why, and then lower down and not come at it, but offer a different version of me. So you see, that term "come at it" I caught that came out because that's how I used to do, was come at things at velocity to try and control. So it's still in there. What it means is spiritual development is controlling and understanding those feelings that are negative. So that's just a taste of spiritual development, what I deem as spirituality. It's not what everybody perceives. It's not all woo-woo and not actually doing. It's just becoming very consciously aware. And there's a skill to that, and it's understanding how to that. And that's what I've learned to do as a coach. I now share these skills of helping people become consciously aware, and that takes them down a different road, and it's so enlightening, and a transformation they have in their lives is amazing. So thanks for listening. If you do want to connect with me on a deeper level, please do stephenbones.com. We can have a couple of hour conversation for free, no charge, as long as you're coachable and serious about wanting to know more. Then I'll share with you and we'll block some time off. So wherever you are in the world, thanks for listening to me, and we will speak soon. Bye for now.